My name is David Pilgrim. I'm from Houston, Texas, born and raised. Been here my whole life. I'm a local area artist. I do most of the shows in and around town. I work in pretty much all mediums. I'm a painter, a sculptor, a welder. I do pinstriping, tattoos, pretty much whatever comes along. And I try to expand my experience to each and every kind of artwork and later incorporate it into the other pieces I'm working on. I'm self-taught. I've never been to art school. I studied a little bit of art in college, and sometimes I write poetry a little bit, not for shows or anything, just to do it. And I don't know, I've always had a passion for art ever since I was a little kid. I did pretty good in school, but I was always in trouble because I would rather be drawing than doing my work in school, and I got in a lot of trouble. I almost got kicked out of school when I was in DD because I would never want to do my work. I would just always want to be, or else I just hurry up and do it real fast so I can draw, and well, it was mostly just stuff to be doing for my friends, or something like that. I never really got into any of the art shows. I was pretty anti-authoritarian in school. I really didn't care too much for the rules and all that. I wasn't a troublemaker. I just wanted to do my own thing, and as long as I was getting my grades, I felt like my art was more important. You know what I mean? And I've always had real good art teachers when I was in junior high and high school. They were always real understanding, and I guess they can tell the people that really want to be artists and the people that just want to be in an easy class, but your work kind of excels a little more. And when I got out of high school, I went straight to work. I didn't go to college or anything like that. And every job I've had, it's the same thing. When I wasn't working, I was using the tools at that job to advance my art. Like today, this piece on top, I did it at work when we weren't busy, because I wasn't gonna put it, and then I said it's got to have something else. It's too plain up there, so I added that to. I don't want anyone to tell me what I can and cannot do. I try to just follow the rules, but if I don't like for anybody to tell me no, you can't do that, because then I'll for sure go do it. You know what I mean? Not illegally, you know what I'm saying, but like if someone says, well, you don't belong here, or you're not welcome here, I do whatever I have to do to be in there, you know what I mean, just because. Well, not so much fight, it's just, bridge the gap to say, why wouldn't I be allowed in there, I try to always accept people for whoever they are, in my lifetime, a lot of people are scared to approach me because they say, oh, that guy's mean, look at him, he looks so mean. I'm not mean, I'm a nice guy. I always try to be real friendly with everybody I meet. Shake hands, make a good first impression and everything, and go the extra mile so they say, no, he's a cool guy, just go talk to him, whatever, because ever since, I've always looked like an adult since I was in middle school, and a lot of people, they tell me, well, he's just, he's, he's no fun to be around or whatever, but no, it's not that. Once they get to know me, it's like, yeah, hey, that dude's cool, call him, he'll tell you, what to do, or he'll help you out or whatever like that, and to me, that's important, to be helpful to other people, and if anyone is standing outside and they want to come in, hey man, go help them come in, you know what I mean, because they're just scared, and they're scared of what society teaches you. You don't belong here, you don't do this and that, hey man, come on in with us, you know what I'm saying, because we want you in here, that's how I feel. I mean, this piece, I haven't titled it. It's, I made it specifically for this show. I made it just in the last week. I do a lot of work on found objects, and I found this old jewelry cabinet at the thrift store, and I didn't know what to do with it. I was gonna wait till Dia de los Muertos and make an altar with it, and I said, they called me and said, hey, we're having a show. I said, well, I can make my altar for Frida, because ever since high school, when I started reading about Frida and looking at her artwork, I said, man, this lady is amazing. She's gone through so much trials and tribulations in her life, with emotion and pain and suffering, and trying to fit in and become somebody in a world she was not wanted and expected to be an artist, and You know, she's a very good inspiration for men and women, you know, for all people. You know, if you would just take the time to see past the outside persona and see who she really is, you'll say, man, this lady, she's really gone and been a pioneer, not only for Chicanas y Mexicanas, pero para all artists, you know what I mean? So, you know.
Can you open these two doors to see?
Yeah, I installed lights on the inside. It's kind of hard to tell now, but when you have the room a little dark and you turn on the lights, it's real kind of cool blue illuminated, you know. I pretty much painted everything, you know. These are obviously they're flowers, you know, but they're not painted. But like on the outside of the box, one side it has the real heart, and the other side it has like the heart that people just kind of think of with love, you know, to kind of stress the duality between reality and art, you know, say that those two things coexist in everything we do. This part up here, this is from a painting she did. It's called The Dream. And what it is, in Mexican culture, in some festivals, en Dia de los Muertos y todo, they have this guy is portrayed as Judas, you know. And one of her big things, she always felt as if like her body was her Judas, because she had so much fire and so much passion to do more, but she was like physically unable because her back and her hips and her legs and her feet, you know, all those things were, you know, broken, and they had to come off, and, you know, all these other things, and not to mention her heart, because, you know, with her love of her life, Diego Rivera, you know, he put her through hell pretty much, you know, and she had to go on without the love of her life. But this is Judas on top, and if you're familiar with the painting The Dream, he is on top of her bed, wrapped with explosives and dynamite. It says like he's about to explode, you know, and when he does, you know, she will be free from her earthly body, and nothing can hold her down anymore. And the reason it says never wake me is because there's more. It says, you know, about the dream. It says to dream of a life with no pain, to dream of a love that is true, to dream of an art that is pure, never wake me. So it says, you know, like, if that's what I'm dreaming, I don't want to be, you know, I don't want to wake up. I want to dream that. That's a beautiful dream. I want to live it for eternity.
Ay, qué bonito es estar junto de lo que uno quiere, junto de lo que uno quiere. Ay, qué bonito es estar. Dale un beso si hay lugar, un abrazo si se puede y sin darlo a más.
This is the side with the, I guess you would say the realistic looking heart. You know, I tried to make it as realistic looking as possible. You know, I use a lot of different aspects in this painting. You know, I use stencils, I use pinstriping, and I use also glitter. You know, or it's metal flake to show like the heart is so bright and full. You know, and then instead of blood coming out, it's, you know, the flowers, or the vines that are leading. It's supposed to represent that they're leading inside to where the flowers are, you know. So it says, you know, with her death, you know, with her passing, you know, her life is fuller, you know, because she's not in pain anymore, but she's immortal because her memory will always be, you know, her memory will always exist in the hearts of all artists that know her. I'm not really good at portraying her style of art, so that's why I went with my own style of art, but I tried to keep it as true to her personality as possible. And the butterflies, they just, you know, they just represent something beautiful that, you know, that she does to most people that you know, read about her and understand her. They say, man, this lady is doing something inside me, I don't know what, but she's making my passion grow for her and her artwork. And this is like the traditional heart, you know, that people think of like on, you know, amor, like tattoos and love and everything else. You know, you put these kind of hearts. But I put it with the ventricles and the arteries and everything to try to say also it's the duality of art and realistic life, you know, and it has also the vines leading to the inside.